Blessings. Hopefully you can hear me. So, following up with the video that I posted this morning, The True Blue of the Few, Part 1, which was the dream, me chronicling the dream that I had the morning of February 8th. Where I left off was I was having an issue getting into work that morning. I actually had to go back and watch it. I had to see where I left off and what was said. I wanted to be able to tell you guys at the end of that there was still more to be interpreted in that dream. True to form, it came to me about 1 o'clock this morning. So the premise of it was 1 John chapter 16 verse 2. It says a time would come, and I'm sorry, I'm paraphrasing here. I'm driving, but I'm going to try to get it as much on point as I can. It said the time would come when you would be kicked out of the synagogues, and the people who would kill you would think that they were doing God's service. All right? I'm on the highway right now, so I'm kind of projecting my voice. So 1 a.m., between midnight and 1 a.m. this morning, I was kind of just meditating on something in my spirit, something that I've been taking to the Lord these past 2 weeks in regards to situation that me and my family have been encountering. Switch lanes because I'm right on the side of this semi. I pray this is coming through. Yeah, that semi is loud anyway. A situation that me and my family have been going through, and I'll say this: when the word says few, that's exactly what it means, few. Now, I was laying in my bed, and the verse came to me again. It's been hitting me for like the last month, and it came to me again. Now, I believe it was last week. A brother of mine, Jeremy Thomas, what's going on? I had said True Blue of the Few a few times. And I think it kind of caught on with you, so you kind of said an iteration of it in the group chat last week. And the Lord hit me with it. And I said, wow, why it pertains to the dream. Here we go. So, we ascertained, man, all these semis. We ascertained that the people that were, stabbing my group of people with pens and pencils. The Holy Spirit said that, hey, the symbolic significance of that was that it was to symbolize that this had been prophesied, this had been written. All right. So the final revelation that I got of hey, I need understanding of what all this means. I'm passing every semi in the world right now. Check it out. The understanding that came with this dream, I said that me and the group of people that were being held captive behind the bar, the iron bars or whatever, that was relative of the churches. We were trapped. Talking about people in the churches trapped. All right? Not trapped from a physical standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint. And that the people who were being let in with the pens and pencils to with them and everything. These were the people who were marked to do as such. Remember, there were 3 iterations of them coming in. And with each wave, it just got more intense. It got more inhumane, more monstrous, man. Let me get over this map bus is on my butt. It's crazy. You driving people around. Then you wait. Anyway, so that's what that was. And remember, we're talking about a group of people against another group of people. All right? Remember I said in that dream that at one point in time, we got the best of them. We got the best of them, but we were outside. And I said, I recognize the outside as being a very bad part of the city where I am, where I live. That part was reminiscent of the world. And the world didn't know what was going on inside of the church or the churches. After that, somehow or another, we got back in. That was never revealed to me how we got back in. Like I think I said we got captured, but we didn't get captured. We just ended up back in there for some reason. All right? We ended up back in there. The clothes that we had to keep switching said that we were dirty, right? We were always dirty and needing to change clothes. And the storage bins, like they were like storage units, right? Okay, yeah, storage units with like little garages on them, garage doors. They would lift up automatically, and you had to hurry up and get in there and get the clothes that you could. And because these things were like on a timer, they would shut it at a certain time. If you got trapped in there, you were just done. So these clothes that we had to keep switching into, that was relative of doctrines and denominations within the churches, and the anxiousness, people being antsy and having to hurry up, putting on these articles of clothing. These were doctrines. These were bad doctrines that they were not checking out. And remember, I said that at the end, or in some of these boxes, if you didn't check them good enough, people would call out, you had to open them up. They weren't labeled, so you'd open them up, and at the tops, they would be like men's clothes. So it was men, women, and children in there. And if it was men's clothes, you would just shout out, hey, men's clothes. So all the men would go over there to the box to get the clothes on. But if you didn't check the box thorough enough, you would have women and men's clothes in there. And so these things were just strewn about haphazardly. And it was a mess in there. It was just a mess, clothes thrown everywhere. These were relative of the denominations and doctrines within the churches. Confusion, deception, especially with the deceptive aspect of, you would think they were men's clothes, but some of these boxes deeper down, they wouldn't be. Nobody checking the doctrines. These false teachings, things of that nature. People were misled into putting on things and to check it into all these boxes, but weren't checking the boxes, so to speak. I mentioned after that one thing that I failed to mention before everything went crazy. And remember, these are just we're just amidst the people. This is the group. These are the groups that we were in. I mean, we were all one group. You know what I mean? were all one group. Something happened. There was a crash. I remember all of us being together in like double-decker buses and stuff like that. Switching lanes. My fault. Being together in like double-decker buses, and we all crashed at the same time. And after that, we were like in disarray. We had to get out, and that's when we were separated. We were separated by the clothes that we wore, the colors, right? And that's when the huntings began. Remember, when we were when we got divvied up, reds, blues, grays, yellows, whatever, those were relative of the denominations and doctrines that the people were under, right? And then the lights would go off. Remember, the aspect of disarray, clothes being strewn about and everything. These are aspects of confusion. But when the lights were turned off during the huntings, because it was group against group, next thing you know, the lights would be shut off. And I said in that one particular moment, I was by myself. I was of the few. And I knew I was being hunted. And the group that was hunting me when the lights came on, they were in the blue. I was in the blue. And I said, "You idiots, I'm blue. What are you doing?" Didn't matter. We were wearing the same colors, but we were not the same. They were still going to kill me. I mentioned that there was a lot of civil war. No, I said it felt like a lot of division when I woke up. A lot of division. And I said, it reminded me of this Civil War term that has been coming up so much, but there was nothing civil about it. In fact, it was put to me in such a way that they call it Civil War, but it's very uncivilized. There's nothing civil about it. It's crazy, just one of those plays on words. Civil war within the world, civil war within the churches, with the few or the church being the intended target. That's weird. Man, I see a lot of weird stuff when I'm driving, man. Goodness gracious. Anyway, I've got a few notes on this. I'm trying to remember. When the word says to come out, word says to come out of her. The thing was, my group, we were out, and somehow we ended up back in. We ended up back in for whatever reason. We're not supposed to come out of her and go back in. We're supposed to come out of her and stay out. Her, in regards to the churches being canonized, being corrupted, and we went right back in. Remember, at one point in time, I think it was the second incursion, we had the upper hand on this on this group. Even given that lady you pass kept trying to come and kill me. You know? Gave her a pass. I wonder if I can turn here. Yeah. That was definitely a mistake. We have a tendency to try to be nice, do the nice thing. But remember, the same principles apply from the standpoint unfruitful works of darkness. You know what I mean? Unfruitful works of darkness. We're not supposed to give passes in that regard. Can't be nice. Look what happens. Remember, the same principle applies. Men, women, children, livestock of what the Most High was regulating. Like, hey, can I park here? No, I gotta mag it. I don't like coming downtown, man. Yeah, I'm downtown. There are extreme absolute principles that have to be adhered to in the times to come. They are either of or they aren't. There's one church, and the churches will come against the church. Believe that. The churches will come against the church. We are the intended targets. People looked like me. They were wearing the same colors. We were in the same group, but we were not of the same. We were not the same. We were not the same. Man, I'm pretty early. Man, what more can you say? It's one of those things to when I was given this early this morning, everything made sense. Everything made sense. Especially from the standpoint of why? Well, the word says this is what would happen. It was written. The crash that happened. And it hit everybody at the same time. Like I said, it was like we were in, what do you call those? Like a caravan. We were all together. And we were in different vehicles, but we were all together. We were like in like a huge, group. And the crash happened. Now the crash seemed like it was, like I said, it was all at the same time with all of us. Dang, I wonder, they took that down. Okay, well, let me just see where I can go here. I used to be able to park over here. Goodness gracious. It was like something huge had changed, like something that hit. Something hit. Whether it was like economic, spiritual. It was like everything hit the fan at once. And we were like, I remember we were like, I know it was spiritual. It was meant to be spiritual. So whatever it was, it all hit us at once. It hit everybody at once. And once we all got out of this place of where the accident or the crash had happened, that's when we were divvied up into groups, and that's when the hunting began. That's when the hunting began. So basically, that was it. Basically, that was it. Let me see if I can just park over here. Oh, you probably need a card now to do that. I forgot. Man, I know where I'm going to have to go. I'm gonna have to go park at the jail. That's just what I'm going to have to do. And walk all the way from there. It's cool. It's a nice walk. So, I'm downtown handling some business. And, I pray this was edifying. This is just what I was given in the dream. So, if anything else is revealed to me, if I'm led to share it, I will. But I was not led to share the video the first time. Was not led to share it. Was not led. So, that being said, I pray you all have a blessed rest of the day. Shalom.